Alright, hey everyone, it's the Depressed Eeyore, and I got some bad news. Well, playing in the background is Gundamonium Recollection. I just need something to put up. Apparently, Fraps is being annoying today. Speaking of annoying, the point of this update is, I lost all my videos. I was trying to get my my video folder to be added to the start menu, and somehow it kind of worked, and so it somehow made a folder, my Project Zomboid folder, somehow. And so I had two video folders, so I deleted the one in the Project Zomboid folder, and it deleted both of them for some reason, and I can't get them back. I tried a system restore, but system restores don't restore documents, so there's not much I can do about it. Some good news is, since I kind of delayed on doing any new videos and trying to get my backlog to catch up, I got mostly caught up on the Labyrinth of Touhou, and I have a slightly older save I can play through real quick to show off the level. I pretty much have two levels I still need to show off on Labyrinth of Touhou. Yeah, well, 2.5, I guess. And so I'll have to go and play through those real quick and redo them. And then I have my last. I happen to have the Fraps files from my last recording, so I can tack that on. And so it's gonna be a little bit. I'll hopefully have it done during the weekend. I'm just gonna play through real quick, probably run away from a lot of fights to get at least to a point where the YouTube videos are at, and go from there. As for Civ 5, I was down to about three videos left on the backlog. Unfortunately, my videos on that are 45 minutes long each, and you guys pretty much missed all the good stuff. We were at the verge of, like I mentioned before, we were practically done with it. We were just kind of messing around, but I might as well just summarize what happens, because you guys essentially missed the very short fight between me and Limu and everything else. So what kind of happened? I took a look at the last video I uploaded, and it seemed like Limu was starting his little war with Washington, and I was kind of just still trying to get happiness to get infrastructure and get tech up to get ready for Limu. Essentially, Limu kind of just focused on Washington because he didn't want to kill me immediately. Because with mechanized infantry, there was a good chance he could beat me. But with just mechanized infantry, I don't know. It really depends on how he did it. He easily destroys Washington. He had mechanized infantry and stealth bombers, while I was still trying to get regular bombers. What's his name? I think it was Al Rashid or something. I don't know. My other neighbor, the only neighbor I have left, would occasionally declare war on me. Kind of what Monty did, just puts a bunch of forces outside my border and then declares on me, then I kill him and he calms down for a bit. Did that to me like twice, and I took a few of his cities, but I couldn't really expand much because of lack of happiness resources. So I just been trying to build money and all that stuff and getting ready for Limu. Eventually it got to the point where I ran it when Washington fell. I was starting to head over to the west to attack Limu, and that's when we started noticing the kind of little flaws there are for multiplayer, at least on the settings we had, I guess. What happens is, as you guys have noticed, Limu and I have our turns at the exact same time. It's us and then the AI, and so what ends up happening is the wars between players is it's still decided by tech and stuff, but at the same time, it's also decided how quickly you can move your units and click your units and do all that. And this can definitely apply for things like artillery and range attacks, because there's no retaliation to those. So what ends up happening is I found Limu, and Limu was also moving his forces towards me, so we met. I immediately declared war on him, and he immediately bombed all my forces with stealth bombers, because stealth bombers have 20-something range. Or I think, yeah, they have 20 range, and you get upgraded to like 22 or 24 or something ridiculous. But despite the range, bombers. Limu wasn't able. Limu's bombers couldn't reach my base, my closest cities. We kind of had like a nice little wall of nothing between us, which was just nothing but like jungle or forest jungle and like hills and rivers and all that. So he couldn't use his bombers because bombers have to be stationed in a city or a carrier, and his closest city wasn't within 20. Just like my bombers, which had even shorter range, I couldn't do anything with my bombers until they got in range. Also, you have to have visibility, so if you can't see anything, your bombers are useless. So that's kind of what happened with me as well. He killed all my units, and then I couldn't see his units, so I couldn't use my bombers to counterbomb him. So that ended up being kind of a mess. Eventually, the stalemate, it kind of was a stalemate at that point. He was pushing his mechanized infantry over, but at the moment I got visibility of them, I was just bombing them, which was not, my bombers weren't as strong, but they were strong enough to at least start whittle them down. But then he decided to get very bold, and he settled a city closer to me. He just plopped a city down and immediately started transferring his bombers over. And then he even spent money expanding his borders immediately to get more visibility to start bombing all my people. So it was pretty amusing. But the thing is, the moment he did that, I instantly spent over 1,000 gold to instantly buy a nuke and nuked the city, and it destroyed all of his bombers. And then I took his city and raised it, and then we kind of just called it quits there. We kind of just declared peace, and that was it. I wanted to see what the anti-air units do, but I never really got a chance to. And everything was so far. We were so far away from each other that it was just going to take forever to get anything done. And the fact that we both have access to air units and bombers and stuff, it really became kind of like a Cold War where we couldn't do anything. If any unit moved towards the other, it would just get obliterated with bombers. I mean, even after I blew up all of his bombers, by the time I got if I actually continued to try to pursue him, by the time I had forces to get over there, he would have had bombers again. Because by the time he did that city thing and I nuked it, there wasn't really much. I didn't have much of units left. I think I had like a couple of anti-air and some mechanized infantry, and that was it. Because his stealth bombers shredded everything I had, and then my nuke shredded everything he had. So we called that quits. I then just declared war on Al-Rashid, or whatever his name was, and I started using nukes on him just for fun. Barbarians were still a pain, and that was about as far as we got. That was our end of our long sessions. We did a lot of sessions really early on, and that's why I had a backlog. But we were going to probably finish up this weekend, but at this point you guys missed all the good stuff. There was nothing really to talk about. The thing I will mention, though, is the multiplayer is kind of iffy. As far as versus, if you're doing versus human players, there might be a setting to make it so it's turn-based completely, but what we had it on, or whatever the default is, it's not turn-based. It's the exact same time. It's whoever clicks faster, which is literally what happened. Like, the moment he had his city and I speed bought my nuke, I immediately hovered my mouse over my city. So when it jerked me, when my new turn started and it jerked the camera, I immediately jerked it back and I launched the nuke before he could do anything. So, I mean, and the same thing happened to him, but he wasn't prepared. He jerked his camera away so he couldn't use his bombers, and I nuked him before he could do anything. So, yeah, it really kind of turned into a less of a game of strategy and more of just how quickly you can micro and stuff like that. If I really wanted to do that, I would be playing StarCraft or something. So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna call the Civ 5 video done. I apologize if you guys missed so much. We were gonna see about. I was gonna probably just finish off Al-Rashid and the Vikings. I was pretty much slaughtering them with bombers, and I nuked them and all that fun stuff. And Limu was building getting giant death robots ready, and we were gonna try to show those off, but at this point, I don't know. If you guys really want to see the giant death robots, I think we still have to save, so we can just skip to that point and just end it that way, but I'll leave that up to you guys. Alright, I talked about the Terraria is fine. Terraria, like I said, I would upload everything I had of Terraria on Sundays, and that's exactly what I did. And so there wasn't any there wasn't any non-uploaded videos of Terraria on my folder. Everything was already uploaded, so you guys didn't miss anything of Terraria. I already talked about Labyrinth of Touhou. It's gonna be it might be a little delay before I can get an upload again. Like after this video, I'm literally gonna start grinding and trying to get to where I was at the video and go for there, which is gonna be kind of annoying because I'm gonna have to refight. I'm gonna have to refight the demon boss, that one sigil boss. Hopefully, I'll get as lucky as I did last time and just freaking paralock it. Two of the videos though that you guys missed were just failed videos of me trying to fight a certain boss, which I guess I'll just save until later because I was gonna fight. I attempted the second time and I did better, but I was just gonna over level for that particular boss. But that's okay. The only pity was you missed out the final attack the boss did, because that's what happened in the second game. I almost won, but the final attack killed me. Let's see, and then there's Legend of Grimrock. Legend of Grimrock, well, since I just lost, I had about probably half my videos uploaded, maybe a little more. Actually, yeah, it was probably a little more. There was like a part 6A, part 6B, part 7, and part 8, I think, I didn't have uploaded when this issue happened. So, what I'll probably end up doing is I'm going to start over on it. That's probably my best bet. I did mention, I did on the last update, ask you guys if you want me to continue blind, but you guys pretty much just said keep doing whatever you want, and I was like, okay, well that's not really a direct answer, but okay. But I'm gonna go ahead and just go non-blind. Well, it's gonna be non-blind to a point at least, because what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start over. I'm gonna make a new group. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to make my old rogue group and show that off. Magic-wise, there wasn't really much else to show off. I had all the spells in the ice tree, and all the other trees are very similar. They all have a bolt spell, they all have a shield spell, they all have a standard spell, and they all have an enchant spell. So it's not really too special. The only thing I didn't get was the what do you call it? The spellcraft spells, but I'm not too worried about those. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'll start a new game, and it won't take as long because I know where majority of the secrets are, and I'm probably gonna look up the other ones. And yeah, so that's not gonna be too much of an issue. It's still what I'm gonna do is the spot that I was gonna be for Civ 5. I'm gonna start uploading Grimrock, so hopefully that'll be a little bit faster. Get that started. I'll probably put the new Grimrock videos in a separate playlist just to keep it a little bit more organized. Other than that, well, sorry guys, I really sucked. I didn't expect it to delete both my folders, and it did, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm very glad I kind of held back on doing any further videos on some of those and kind of let the backlog take care of things. Because if not, I would have literally, it pretty much would have screwed my entire LP up for some of them. I mean, it technically did with Civ 5, but Civ 5 was practically done anyway, and I'm kind of tired of playing Civ 5 at the moment, so I'm just going to leave that alone. Unless you guys want to see the death robots, I'll probably see about hooking up with Limu and just doing that real quick. Also, we're kind of having technical difficulties with Civ 5 as well. Doing a huge map definitely is definitely rough on multiplayer. It towards the end, it got to the point where the game itself will kind of like lag at certain points. Like, it's not lagging, but what will happen is it wouldn't update. Like Fog of War and stuff wouldn't be revealed. And what would happen would be, like, if I move a unit towards Fog of War, the Fog of War wouldn't fade until after my turn ended. So, it really was kind of hindering me when I was trying to have war with Al-Rashid, or whatever his name was, and, let's just say the game was about to explode, because of the huge map and the raging barbarians constantly spawning. I thought that just taking out the city-states would make it a little bit more bearable, because city states definitely take up a lot of I guess they take up I don't even know what I'm trying to say now, but it limits stuff. I guess you can say it will start lagging a lot more in late games in larger maps when you have city states. So yeah, I will say that doing probably a Pangea map, even though it can assure you don't get isolated, it does kind of limit your options as far as war is concerned. It's a lot easier to use nukes and stuff like that if you have carriers, because then you can just position them in your carriers and go from there. But since there's no real reason to use sea combat unless you happen to be all along the coast or something like that, it didn't really matter. I had nukes, but it didn't do anything. You go have nukes in cities, and I had to rely on the range. So I had nukes, but I couldn't use them on Limu because Limu was too far away, and Limu couldn't use bombers on me because I was too far away from him. So yeah. But I think that's about it. Once again, I apologize. I'm gonna be spending this weekend trying to get stuff situated. Hopefully, I'll have everything up and running for the Labyrinth of Touhou. Once I get that situated, I'll start working on Grimrock again. I'll just start over, make a new save. See if I can perfect my all-rogue group, because rogues are awesome. And yeah, I guess that'll be about it. Once again, I apologize. Technical difficulties as always. Luckily, you guys didn't miss too much, but it's more just a pain on my side than anything. So just be patient. I'll get more videos up. As for Civ 5, I'm just gonna wait until the update, the expansion comes out. And other than that, that's pretty much it. Labyrinth of Touhou, Legend of Grimrock, and Terraria are gonna probably take up enough of my time as is, especially since I'm catching up again. I might do a few action games. As you can see, I'm doing Gundemonium in the background. I was definitely having some issues recording it earlier, but it seems to be working just fine now, even on normal difficulty. So I might start doing some more little bit action games. Gundemonium is made by the same people that made Bunny Must Die, which was on the last update video, which kind of got me interested. So it's pretty fun. And the second one actually has multiplayer, which is pretty amazing. Me and Limu played on it. Other than that, I guess that's about it. Once again, I apologize. It's going to take some time. I apologize for people that are looking forward to the Civ 5 stuff. After all this, I'm probably not going to deal with it for a little bit. So, until then, I am the Depressed Evil, and I'll see you guys next time.